Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Wordle with Art. Let's go ahead and punch in Slate. As we always do, I have absolutely zero chance of winning this competition. It's literally a zero chance. I continue to plummet in the rankings because guess what, guys? Fours will not cut it. Basically, to have any chance of staying in contention, you've got to be at least twos or threes. Now, Slate has a green A, and the go-to word is actually crank, okay? Crank is the one that they want in this situation. So let's see what crank gets us. Not bad, not bad. Am I going to jump for joy? Absolutely not, because I could easily turn this into a train wreck and mess this up and get a 4. Let's hope it's not worse than a 4. So we have a C word, which is interesting. Oh, boy. So what would go between the C and the A? Probably an H, I think, would be the most reasonable. And in which case, it's not going to be chart. So is it charm? Or chard, Swiss chard? Oh, no. Not another one of these horrible situations where you have to try to remember. I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be CH, though. That seems the most reasonable. We'll quickly try COA. No, that wouldn't look right. That would not look right at all. And I don't see the R going at the end. So it wouldn't be CIA, wouldn't be CUA. No. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to go with CH. Darn it. And now it's coming down to either chard or charm. Chard or charm. Could actually be chari too. That's a good one. Chari, I think, means to be alert. I'm going to stick to my originals, though. Chard and charm. Let's try chard. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Oh, guys, you know I deserve it. I deserve it because I have really struggled. I'm very happy, too, just for your guys' sake, that we were able to get this a little bit quicker today. I suspect that was probably around 3 minutes. I will definitely take it. It still gives me zero chance of, even getting into the top 3 or 4. But, hey, if it helps me get one place higher, that will be great. So there you have it. Slate, crank, chard. I am actually going to predict that Wordle should get it in 3, just like me. It should take the exact path, Slate, crank, chard. So let's see if that's the case, and go over to Squirtle. All right, here we go. So the answer was chard. Slate, whoops. Crank. Ah, ha-ha. Again, I'll never get upset. Oh, I shouldn't be putting the charm in. It's okay. No big deal. I'm just putting in the exact path that Squirtle did. I'll never be upset if my prediction is wrong, but in my favor. That's awesome. So that's another point. I forget if I'm tied with Squirtle. Well, we'll find out very shortly, guys. We're going to go straight to that spreadsheet. I forget if I'm tied with Squirtle. It's either I'm tied or 1 up, but it doesn't matter. I now am definitely going to be at least 1 point ahead of Squirtle. Oh, man. You guys have to tell me if we had charm before. It just sort of, between the two, I mean, certainly charm is more vanilla. There's no denying that. But for some reason, charm just sort of felt kind of like we had it before, and I do not recall chard. Oh, my goodness. So look at this guy. She is starting to drift away from these super vanilla words. Frock, chard, most recent one. So I think I'm going to have to revoke my rule about trying to go with the most vanilla word. I don't think it's necessarily valid anymore. All right. The moment you've been waiting for. It's the spreadsheet, guys. I've actually kind of updated a little bit. Let me know if you like the new format. If you think it's atrocious, I will be absolutely more than happy to adjust it. I basically created a heat map so that we can see people's scores in color. I think it's, just a little bit neater way to identify the scores a little bit better. So let's go straight to the spreadsheet and open it up here, and bam, there it is. Okay, and I'm going to just, as always, move myself over here so I don't interfere with everything, and make myself as small as possible, but still so that you can still just see me in the corner. All right, and yeah, looks good. So I'll just be partially blocking the average scores, but I'll make sure I keep it so that it's not blocking it as I speak. All right, guys, so here we go. This is the updated spreadsheet. Let me just explain the new format. As always, we have everybody's beautiful profile picture on the left, the name, so in this case, Norishi. The 17-day score is now coming first, and I want to thank Joe for the recommendation on this new format. I think it looks much better. So we have the 17-day score immediately following the username. Then we have the first 17 words and people's scores. And now I created kind of like a light gray to blue heat map so that the lighter ones are the top scores. So as you can see, Nora's has 6 twos. And then the darker ones refer to the person's higher score. So she's just got that one kind of darker 5. All right. Just kind of makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more visual effect. Then at the end, we have the 17-day average, and I've computed it for everybody without exception. So now everybody's going to see their 17-day average. And so, yeah, there you have it. So let's go ahead and walk through the table. This is up to adopt, okay, from yesterday. So as always, I sound like a broken record. Nora continues to dominate the tournament with a beautiful 49, a 2.88 average. Yeah, just thinking about that for a second. Yeah, I think it's correct. For some reason, I felt like that's what she had the other day. It's okay. Anyways, I think that's correct. I think it's correct. If not, I'll definitely adjust it, but I think those numbers are correct. All right, and then next up is the New York Times Wordle bot, and now Tornado has tied in with the Wordle bot. I'm not sure if that was from yesterday as well, but he certainly is there today, and so they're both tied with a beautiful total of 53 and an average daily score of 3.12, which it's just insane. It's just insanely good. It's almost incomprehensible. If we just continue down, we have D-Bone Capone with a beautiful 54. And look at this. See, the color coding is pretty cool. 6 threes in a row. 6 threes in a row. That's insane. In fact, we can kind of quickly double check to see. Oh, no. See, now look, Koala has even more. We'll get to him shortly. But it's kind of cool. The color coding does help us check to see, the number of consecutive days with a particular score. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. So congratulations, D-Bone. You're in 3rd place. Beautiful job. Scroll a little bit. And we have, in the yellow group, that would be 4th place, Mata Muertes, with a total of 55, 3.24. And our wonderful friend, Martin Steed, with his beautiful Norwegian forest cat, Abigail, with a total score of 55. And again, of course, it's the same average of 3.24. All right. Then we have our green ribbon group. Those would be in 5th place, Dr. Dan 3, Gil Earl, John Matthews. Now check this out, guys. Like literally out of nowhere, this John Matthews guy is absolutely killing it. 5 twos in a row, and he just had that 1 5 and then 3 twos before it. And so now he has firmly placed himself in 5th place. And again, Mr. Koala, Gil Earl, that is insane. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 threes in a row. Like, I'm just happy that I got my 3 today. But that is amazing. So congratulations. Next up, we've got Mighty Caucasian, and Bobo 0616 is starting to move up in the rankings. So congratulations, Bobo. Mighty, I do have an empty result from you, so that's why we have a circle 4 in red. So if you could get that to me, that would be great. You've been giving me perfect results up to this point. All right, and now we get to the rise to the equation group. Let's see. Yep, we can get everybody fit on the screen, which is great. So we all have a 3.47. Again, I'm actually very happy with that. It has crept up because I was at 3.4. Now it's at 3.47. Why? Because of those two fours. I'm telling you guys, those fours are deadly when you're trying to, win this thing. If you're just, relaxing and in, sort of in luxury mode, it's a perfectly good score. But when you're in combat, it's not going to be enough. So yeah. And then also in the same pack as me is Melvin Teenage 327, Squirtle. So now that's cool. So after today's result, I will overtake Squirtle, which is quite satisfying. Michelle Lamb, SmartyBot, Salad Von Baco, and Dora A. And again, Dora, can I just please congratulate you on that beautiful 2 that you got, which is just awesome. All right. Now let's move down to our next group. This is the pink ribbon group. So this is 8th place. It includes Robdel and our delightful friend George Clark, represented by his mascot Anya. Just an absolutely adorable cat. I just can't stop looking at her. She's just so cute. And there you have it, guys. So 3.53 average for these guys, which is awesome. Now we have the 9th place group with Damiano 54 and Matt, both the totals of 61. 3.59 averages. Matt, please get me your result from Adopt. All right, and just making the 10th place is Wendy Jarvis and Paul Allen, both with 3.65s. Oh, actually, and I apologize, guys. My bad. I didn't quite color code that correctly. Dan and Seb and Misthetic, you guys are also in the 10th place group. You've just made it to a color ribbon. I apologize. I just didn't gray that in correctly. All right. So please, you're definitely there. And congratulations, Misthetic, on getting Adopted too. That's awesome. Next up, we have Joe, Ellen Sassani, and Jessica Clare with a 3.76. They're just one layer away from 10th place. So guys, try to be a little bit of a motivator. I like to create goals as I do for my own students. Try to get to the, to a ribbon, maybe 9th or 10th place. That would be a spectacular goal with just a little under 2 weeks left. All right, next we have our 65s, Canamus, Burnt, Georges Thibodeau, and Cynthia May. Cynthia, congratulations on your 2. Next up, Odie Dog and Ascension. Now we do have a very honest person here. As you can see, Ascension has a 1. All right, but he was honest, and he did say in his note to me that he unfortunately got spoiled. We know what that happens. It's when somehow the answer to the Wordle leaks before you solved it, and you really have no choice but to have Wordle proclaim that you're a genius. So I did put a red circle around it. Obviously, Ascension, you're just a little bit out of contention for the ribbon group, so I'm going to give it to you. If at some point you are in contention, we'll have to decide what to do with it, but I figured no harm, no foul. We'll just give that to you. I don't think anybody's going to have a profound objection. Odie Dog, get me a result, please, for Adopt. I had to put a red 4 in for you. Next up, we've got the 67s with Lakia Tripper, PJ Stitcher, and Connor Clark. Lakia, same thing. Please get me a result for Adopt. Next up, we have, look at this, how far I have to go to get to a very respectable 4.0. That creates an exact total of 68. And that goes to Johnsky, Braden Slays 43, and Ald Fouter. Next up in No Man's Land is Kyle B18, and I think Kyle actually did warn me that he might be away for a little bit. So I might keep him on, even though he might accrue quite a few red 4s. But if he comes back and gives them to us, I don't think we'd have any objection to keep him on board. Next up, we've got our 70s with Burger 4727 and First Name. Then we have Minecrafts with a total of 71. Lapnodon with a total of 72. Robert House with a 74. Shazan Amir. Shazan, please give me your results, buddy. I don't want to see too many more 4s pop up, or else I'll have to put you into the doghouse below. And then we've got Alistair Gorman with 78. Again, Alistair, I hate to say it, my friend, but you're no longer at the bottom. And that's no slight to you, Terpsichorean Queen. In fact, I would like to say congratulations on getting your 4 today. I think I presented to you the goal of just trying to get closer to that 4.0 average. And certainly if you keep up some 4s, you are going to get close. Great job. And yeah, just a reminder that we do have our little bit of a kind of like a doghouse here. Jacob, I did get your result for adopt, which is great, but you can see you're missing so many here. I can't put you back in until you get me these results. So I need the one on January 1st. Let's see, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, January 8th, 11th, 13th, 14th. Okay. Just try to locate those for me. And if you could get at least like 4 of those back, you're right back in, my friend. Okay. And there you have it, guys. What else is there to say? Except that this is an incredible competition. It's truly incredible. These are some of the most incredible results I've ever seen. And, it's almost, I have to say, it's both humbling, but it's also an honor to be in your guys' company. It really is. I actually have to say I'm kind of proud of just where I'm at, considering how good you guys are. And I think my goal personally would be to try to keep my results at 3.5 or under. I would be absolutely thrilled with that because, as I mentioned before, prior to doing my Wordle with Art channel, when I just did Wordle on my own, I noticed that I would average at about like 3.9. So the fact that I'm using Squirtle's second word as a good platform and just trying to be a little bit more savvy and not make silly mistakes, that has helped me reduce my score by a full half point, which is awesome. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's edition with Wordle with Art. I can't wait to put together the spreadsheet for tomorrow. We'll see how folks do with chard, as in Swiss chard. My wife makes that quite a bit. It's quite tasty. And, well, there you have it. So, of course, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another edition of Wordle with Art.